Well, excuse the background noise. Someone's cleaning this house, Kavita's house that I'm sitting in. Everyone's view of God to some extent is inaccurate, and often to enormous extent. I mean, the Old Testament view of God as this thundering war God that, commits genocide and so on. So there's nothing new here. It's not that you have the truth, it's that you have a view that is right for you as regards your spiritual progressing at present. So you might believe Buddhism or Christianity or Hinduism or Islam or whatever. It does not mean that it has to be true for you to progress spiritually. It's of benefit to you. It's presumably of the right benefit now because that's where God has you. It proves nothing about reality or history or validity, except validity from the point of view that it works. It's helping you at present to progress. I don't mean this is automatically instantly good. You might have to go a long way down the wrong road to know it's the wrong road and learn by it. And you may never know it's the wrong road, you simply develop into something else. Whether a thing is true is neither here nor there. What is important is that it's a blessing. If it's a blessing, and it's the best blessing as God understands it, then that is absolutely right in a sense, in that sense. And that's the sense that counts. We are only really ultimately to value whether a thing brings you nearer to God, necessary for you to come to God in the end, not necessarily nearer at present, but overall, is it necessary as regards your becoming, fully in life eternal. So in a sense, it doesn't say much for being dogmatic about your view of what's spiritual, what religion's right and your theology and so on. It really is not the point at all. So the foundation for living and action is to do what you think will help as regards you entering into life eternal. Now, most people don't have that singular goal. They've, got goals of being a success or having a family in some way or whatever. But from God's perspective, my God's perspective, my view of God, is that His priority is that you have the opportunity of entering into life eternal. And you don't have that opportunity until you come into some harmony with what that life eternal is going to entail and need of you, namely a harmony with all the host of heaven, including, of course, our Heavenly Father. So it may be right for you to believe there is no God at present, for instance, to take an extreme case. For in it you will experience what life's like with that view. And, well, I expect that you will come in the end to hope and long for something far more satisfactory. Yes, and that's my expectation. On the other hand, you might be a very earnest, I don't know, Rosicrucian or, I don't know, Baptist or, I don't know, Eastern Orthodox, or whatever you're earnestly. And you'll learn from that experience, that perspective. And when I say learn, I don't mean that you'll necessarily hold the memory of such, but that your values will change. Your values will change by your being exposed to whatever line you're on. And your being will seek that which you understand to be good for you. And what you understand to be good for you will be adjusting according to your experiences. That, as I understand it, is what the classroom of this creation is achieving. So, for instance, I might come to the conclusion that seeking understanding is actually not my priority. My priority might be to know God in a different sort of way. To know God from a practice point of view. What is it like to be loving? What is it like to be creative? What is it like to be compassionate? What is it like to be, I don't know, full of integrity? And then, having experienced such, it is that experience that gives the knowing of God. Not an intellectual thing, you see, not a reasoning thing. I don't hold that you can't come through reasoning. Just think it's an extremely hazardous way. It's been very effective in creating the modern world of technology and the fascinating advancements that we've made. And they've certainly been a blessing in some ways, in the obviously material way. It's not clear they've been a tremendous blessing as regards human relationships. Might have been. I'm sure God's allowed them for a reason, but it may be He's allowed modern technology and living and civilization to be for the reason to realize that that's not the way to go. I think the jury's still out. It won't be if we destroy ourselves with our own technology, of course. But perhaps God won't allow that. Come to the rescue of His children, I think, don't you? I would anticipate such anyway. Thank you, Heavenly Father.